Hi everyone, let's walk through part 4 of your diet project. This part is all about your energy balance, that is your energy in versus your energy out. You already determined your energy in by looking at your calorie intake, and I'll show you where in part 1 of your project to look for that number. In this part, we're going to collect data to determine your energy out. In part 1, you actually had to determine, or there was a setting when you set up your profile to indicate whether your usual activity was sedentary or moderately active or very active. And that's just a general estimate of your activity. In this part of the project, we're going to determine we're going to do a better estimation of your usual activity levels. So what you have to do is record all of your activities for just one 24-hour period. Now try to make sure this is a day in which you're engaging in your usual activities, not a day that you're helping a friend move or running a marathon. Unless you do those things every day, then they're going to throw off this estimate. And once you collect all your data, you're going to enter it into the Diet and Wellness Plus program, and I'll show you how to do that. And you're going to generate an activity spreadsheet report. And with that data, you're going to write up a one-page evaluation, and I'll show you what you need to include in that. So first, or after you collect all of your data for one 24-hour period, you get back into good old Diet and Wellness Plus and log in as you usually do. And for this part of the project, you want to click on Track Activity. Now in this part, you will get a screen like this, and you just start typing in the search box your individual activities. So I typed in sitting here, and it brought up about 5 pages of different ways of sitting. So try to be as accurate as you possibly can. What were you doing when you were sitting? Were you watching TV? Were you at the computer? Were you on the phone, etc.? And feel free to look through all of the items that your software lists when you enter an activity to see which one most accurately reflects what you were actually doing during that period of time. So you find the activity, you select it, and then you'll have a screen that asks, well, how long did you engage in that activity? So indicate to the best of your recollection, or according to your data, how much time you spent engaged in that activity. And then you click on Add Activity. That will bring up a list of all of your activities that you accumulate over that 24-hour period. And when you're done, when you reach 24 hours, and this is how you determine if you're at 24 hours, you look at the total, you will then click on Reports to generate your activity spreadsheet report. So make sure you're at 24 hours and then click on Reports. That screen will look like this, and then you want to click on Activities Spreadsheet. That's what you want. Once you're in that page, you'll be asked to select a date, so make sure you remember what date you collected your 24 hours of activity for. Again, just to double check, make sure your activities add up to 24 hours, and then click on either Save as PDF or Save as Spreadsheet, and that's what you're going to submit on the website in Trunk. Okay, so that's how to determine your energy out. What about your energy in? You've already determined that. So go back to part 1 of your 3-day diet project report and look on page 1. And under the intake and goals section, you will see this column of intake. These are your actual intake values. And your 3-day average calorie intake is listed here. Okay, so that is how your energy in is estimated. This is the 3-day average of your calorie intake. So in your evaluation, I want you to actually state the number of calories that you consumed, your actual number of calories that you consumed over your 3-day average. So make sure you state that value. You also need to state the number of calories that you expended or burned during that 24-hour period in which you collected your data. So there's 5 points each for that. So make sure you put those values in there. And then you compare your energy in with your energy out. Is one larger than the other? Are they close? And what does that mean? If one is bigger than the other, are you in positive energy balance or negative energy balance? And are they relatively close? I'd say within 100 or 200 calories of one another. I would say you are in neutral energy balance. So you have to state that. Make sure you state that. And then I want you to give me a discussion. Do you believe this? Is this actually what's happening? Are you losing weight? Are you gaining weight? Are you at a stable weight? Are these values actually reflecting what's actually going on with you? And tell me why or why not. I also want you to think about what are the potential sources of error in this process? That is, in collecting your data on your diet and collecting your data on your physical activity level, what are some potential sources of error that you can think of that might skew your values one way or another, or make them less accurate than they would be if you actually had monitors on you 24/7 to collect this information? So think through that, okay? And then I believe that's it. Submit on Trunk, and be in touch if you have any questions. Have fun.